Well, hello there everybody. Today we are here with Performance Racing League from the warm country of Spain. And it's very sunny out here today, I will tell you, in this very fine Premier qualifying that we will have of 18 minutes. We've now just done our first 30 seconds and no one is out yet. Oh, never mind, Suzuki is the first one out. Swaying a bit out on the track. Really heating up those softs. Of course, the quickest tire of the week. Yeah, we have the majority. Well, all people are not out yet, but it looks like the majority is out on the softs, while two people, PRL Charlie and XX Super Haman, is out on the mediums. Let's see what those two can do out now here early in the stage. Now Suzuki though is getting ready to start his hot lap now in these two very slow corners. You need to get it right though. They're out in it, full throttle. Touching a little curb, still some, and he's now out to the first hot lap of this qualifying. So, Pixie's his left tire out a bit, but here touched no curbs. Then here, can keep it flat. Yes, of course he can. He's very much to the right. Then once again peeks out his left tire for maximum rotation. Then here, this is a very tricky braking zone for some, but he gets it absolutely perfect. Then here, what can I do on this also very tricky section? Easily to get it spun, but he does that magnificently. Lifts off a bit, of course. It's only normal. The brakes here. Touches no curb on the inside, but some on the outside here. And now only 3 corners left on this track here. Very quick starting lap from Suzuki. What can happen? What is the time? And he will do a benchmark of 1:15.7. I would say that that's a good first lap. Not sure. Now there's some yellow flags with Suzuki slowing down, and PRL Charlie now has put in the second time of this qualifying on the mediums. It is a 1:16.8 though, so that is, let's say my calculator, 1.1 seconds slower. The medium should be around 6/10 slower. So either Suzuki did a very good lap or he'll need to finesse that one, Charlie. Yeah, Suzuki is still holding the first position. Never mind, did you mind just put in a 1.153. Now that's 4/10 quicker than Suzuki's time, and has set the new benchmark of this session with Jess, KDSX69, Kelsey, and T Widow, and then Bronco have also been putting in their times. Renko. Oh, sorry, he has started his lap, I believe, then. That's some yellow flags. A lot of traffic now on this track. It's 20 drivers on this medium speed track. It's a lot of medium speed corners, of course, not famous for its overtaking possibilities. So we'll see what can happen. A lot of yellow flags, a lot of them in every sector. Here then we can follow Bradley. While we follow up on this very fine, hopefully, run, we can also get you guys through the standings. So in the Premier standings, we can start with the constructors. Then we have Alpine, or Alpine, however you want to call it, at 106 points, leading it, and then close behind at 102 points. We have Mercedes, who now follows with Bradley, who just had a purple first sector. We'll see what he can do there. We got in third place McLaren with 94 points. Then AlphaTauri, the very fine brand, at 80 points. Red Bull at 5. In 5th position with 62, as then Bradley FR does a bit of a corner cut, and yeah, this lap will get red flagged, so he will come back again soon. Then we have Williams in 6th place, 58 points. Alfa Romeo in 7th at 51 points. Haas at 8th position with 43 points. And Aston Martin in 9th with 38 points. And then Ferrari, who has had a shocker these 3 first rounds with 0 points. Well, but today we have a Super Haman and T-Widow, which will hopefully try to change this horror of a season starter for the Italian super brand. Seems that he is one of the only guys out on track currently, so why not follow him on these mediums? And he also gets that lap undone by the same sector, and there he goes very wet, very squiggly. Now people are once again going out on their out laps. Here I have PRL Charlotte, which I think just started his new one on the sauce, trying to improve. That's a good line here. Once again, trying to keep it flat, but has a bit. He doesn't really want to go flat out just yet. But still, that's a purple first sector. Now, as we go to our 10th minute mark, so 10 minutes left. 8 has run out. They're not wanting to touch a lot of curves, keeping very gentle here. They keep it safe. Bit of a correction with the wheel. Here, once again, these drivers do not touch a lot of curbs here on this track. Of course, the new game has been horrendous for people who do use a lot of curb. Then here, 2 final slow corners, and then here full power, easy right-hander, but can't go wrong if unfocused. But that is a 3rd place with a 1:15.5. That is a representable time now here in the start. I'm not sure how long this will, how much down this will go actually. Then Suzuki, who set the first pole, the first lap of this session, is now on out on his lap. Very close to the outside curb here, keeping that line very straight though. What can he do here? Suzuki shifts down way quicker than I would say that Charlie did. Then once again, these 2 or 3 final corners. Oh, and oh, yeah, that's just to go back in the garage. Oh, and he crashes. Yeah, Alfa Romeo will not be too happy with that performance. Looked good until those last corners. His right tire or left at the rear touched the curbs, and then you just jump up. And from there on out, you can drift a bit, unfortunately. Yeah, not be too happy with that. A lot of drivers now on the straight. As Bass DJ in the in the Aston Martin gets a 5-place grid penalty as PRL Charlie has, well, I'm not sure what he has done here, but he has done something, definitely, as he has been disqualified. And Basti J gets another 5-place grid penalty. It's not even the race, but people are still colliding here. This is crazy what's been going on. Yeah, he is luckily in the pits, but he will not be too pleased with that. He will start in the bottom 10. I can tell you that. So now here we follow Team Mike in the Haas, the pure white Haas. What can you do here then? He improves by more than half a second, but still not up a lot of places. 12th place. Oh, as he has to spin on his in-lap. Hopefully that will not hurt his tires too much, as he now does a bit of a bit of burnout in the gravel trap. Currently, not a lot to keep track on. Most drivers are once again in the pits. That somehow these stewards did not see that move. It's count up and then spins. Oh, and that's a crash. Luckily though, his tires are still on. Let's see if we can see his wing. His wing is intact. That should not be possible. I wonder if there is an issue with the settings which the host has put on. I'm not sure, but that should have been game over for Calirob. Interesting. Well, the one who just drove by him was Bradley FR, who got into the pits, so we're not following him. Bummer. Well, then we got Grack, who is the only driver. Well, never mind. Let's see what he's doing here. He's starting it now a hot lap. He's not say out lap, which was a bit weird. You can follow him here then. Going from 17th, not having been putting in a lap yet. Ooh, his rear peeks out and he corrects it a bit too much, and that's lap over. Yeah, that's just back into the pits, mate. Put on a new set of tires. Yeah, as I said, the curves here can be deadly. Definitely a correction on the curves here, though. Jair, can he show how it's done? Yes, he can. That's a bit cleaner, so a lot cleaner. Yeah, and representing that, he does get a purple first sector, so he's now the quickest on track. Let's see what he can do of that time. Tricky section. Does that very good. Jerry is one of the leaders here, though. So what will happen now? Some traffic, perhaps from Grack. What will Grack do here? Grack goes into pits. And Jair, though, what can he put in for a time? From 19th to 6th. And Bradley FR also retires from this. Fortunately, now we only have almost 3 minutes left. The best DJ is starting his lap. Well, following him from last position, having open time, I now remember that we have forgotten the driver standings. We before went through the constructors, but the driver standings then. In first position, we have PRL Charlie in the AlphaTauri with 74 points. Then we have Calrob in the Alpine, 6 points behind. Then we have Jair in the representing the orange McLaren, once again close with 6 points. And then we got Adri in 4th position in a Red Bull in 60% with 60 points. Steinsap, if I spell that correctly, in 45 with 45 points. Then in 6th we have Dean Stein, 43 points. IFR Fruitful in the McLaren with 32 points. Das with 28 points. Team Mike in the Haas in 10th position with 24 points. Boas in the Alfa Romeo with 23 points. Then we have KDSX with 14 points. As best DJ now puts the fastest lap yet in this section. What a lap. That's a 114.7. That's over 6. That's around 6/10 quicker than his closest competitor, Stein Mine, who will now try to compete with that time. Interesting. Then quickly rounding up, we have Calcis with 13 points in 30th position. Matchplayer in 14th position with 9 points. 15 Bronco with 9 points. In 6th position, Toyn with 7 points, and Grak with 6 points, and then Jess with 34 points. Now we follow Steinsap. No, sorry, Stein Mine. Get a lot, going heavy on those curbs. Let's see then. We'll get a purple here. No, but it's an improvement. Type 1. Half a tenth up on his original time. Or sorry, down, I mean. Now he's 1.2 tenths quicker than before. As all these drivers now are running in the new track layout, waiting for him. Very nicely done. Then here, what will happen? What can he do? Goes right to the edge. And he does improve by 1.6 tenths. Still not close to best DJ though. It's now that Steinsap goes into the pits. Then we have Suzuki left, who is 6 seconds up. That's no good. He'll go into the pits now. That's quali over. And best DJ, super performance. 4 tenths up on the 2nd position. What a lap! Of course, Stein Mine, Super Ramon in the Ferrari. Hopefully getting some points to that team, which currently has 0. Steinsap in 4th. Then Renko, Jess, Charlie, Calrob, and Jair, and match player. These guys are concluding the top 10, and they got Widow just close to that, who will probably start on the mediums. We got Suzuki, KDSX, Kelsey's, Team Mike, Bronco, Jesse, Bose, and someone else which I did not get time to read, unfortunately. But yeah, that's a good quality session for everybody, I believe so. Oh, of course. Sorry, totally forgot that. The best DJ has a 10th place grid penalty. He will start in 11th position. Shocker. We will also then see the race director. Yeah, of course no one went to the pit stops. This is not a race. Yeah, that's really bad and unfortunate for Best DJ. It did not look like it was his fault, as I think what Charlie had blocked the pit entry. Let's see what they have to say about it in the chat of theirs. Yeah, here also Calrob, who had that very hard crash in the middle of the lap. He also has said that, yeah, that's really weird. How we got no damage. Yeah, Steinsap not happy with this quality. Yeah, it looked a lot, very messy. A lot of yellow flags here. Yeah, some people have already put in some incident reports here, and then we can actually look. Well, I can look at the incidents following that incident with Bass DJ. Oh no! Bass DJ went back on the track. He went backwards, tried to get into the quali. Here, I thought it was Charlotte's fault. No, it looked like it was Bass's fault. I'm not sure though. I'm not a steward. Let's see then here. I have to go on to the formation lap. Then we have everybody in the top 10 except T Widow and Jair on the softs, then Jair and T Widow going medium. We have Bass DJ on the softs, even though starting in the 11th he would probably use the medium, so that's interesting. Then we have KDSX on the mediums. Kelsey's is the only one here running hard, and then the rest of the field downwards is running mediums. So that would be very interesting to see here, as all people are swaying. Yeah, some driver have already. Yeah, I think that's Renko, who is already on the grid. He looks like have been disqualified. But Stima here, long way ahead of the pack. Super Haman. It looks. Yeah, he's ghosted. So are Steinsap, so the Mainz tires will probably get a bit cold. I'm not sure though how this game works with that. Anyway, yeah, it's Renko who has been disqualified from the formation lap. Let's see if he's in the actual race. Because now all drivers are gridding up. And then we have Kelsey just going through these guys like freaking ghosts. Yeah, there we have all the cars lined up for the race. That's the engines roaring. Then let's see here. Or not. I mean, I'm not making the calls here. It looks like the lobby's not really perfect at this moment. Fire lights, and they're out. And the Spanish Grand Prix is now on the run. The Ferrari gets a bad start. It looks like both the Red Bulls are in the running here. Too wide from the leaders. What will happen here? The Williams of Steinsap gets the lead on the exit. Good by him. Yeah, Superman has lost 2 positions already. KDSX earned 5 positions. Very strong performance here in the starts. A bit like Alonso. He is rocking that beautiful Alpine livery. Then here, Superman close to Jess, putting on the ERS. Oh, that's a touch. Trying to be feisty here. He has already lost 2 positions, but he loses 1 more. Getting too greedy on that throttle. We have Kelsey who has lost, who is in the bottom field. Yeah, he's pitting now. And Renko is in the wall. Yeah, it looked like he went straight on, so he's not in the race anymore, having disqualified. Superhuman has also it's been contact between Jair and Superhuman. Because Superhuman has retired, and that's a virtual safety car, a VSC. Perfect for Kelsey's, but should have been a safety car in his, like, yeah, I believe that Superman. He's still in the race. Suzuki gets drive over. Yeah, Superman has lost his wings, but all tires are still okay. Very weird. Yeah, of course, the lobby is lagging up, so it shows that Jesse is 1 lap down. He is probably not, as his entire position. Steinmine and Steinseth, the 2 Dutches, I believe, probably very happy after this, of today. PRL, there was a race time, and now there's green flags once again here. So the 2 Dutches are now racing for position. With those 2 Merc engines, what can happen here? Swaying a bit. Who will get the better accident here? Turn 3. Steinseth looks a lot more sharp, I'm not sure. Yeah, here Jesse gets closer instead. Yeah, there's a lot. 2.4 seconds between 3rd and 4th already. That's huge. Let's see what can happen here. Here's Widow and Bass DJ. Jockey for position. Yeah, Bass DJ did go out of it, but will probably have the better exit. But then Widow, it says no thank you, and it says takes advantage of an early braking Charlie. But Widow is still the one here who has lost out somehow. Yeah, these guys will jock for position a while now, I believe so. No, 2:10, so Steinmine is really close here. Yeah, these guys are doing these corners perfect. Yeah, gets very wide there, Steinseth. Yeah, it's really these 3 guys here on the podium positions here, running for. Running. They have Bradley FR, who has earned 11 positions from loss on the grid. Strong performance by him. As now the RS should be on. That will put Steinseth here at a really rough position. The Spanish Grand Prix track has a long straight, Let's see then here if Steinmeier can put that into effect. Getting closer. But is it enough? No, it's not. It's not enough. Not for any of them. Instead, yeah, no one overtakes. Too far behind each other. Well, then we can just follow these three fighting. All just snailing behind each other like snakes, following each other's moves to a T. And there we have Bronco and Jair. Oh, as Bradley, who looked so good for, has now spun in that very tricky section. Not too happy for him. But all the other drivers though is probably very happy about that. These three guys have been racing each other since lap 3. Then here, can something come out of it? As now, KDSX has also joined it, but not to his liking. J with the DRS takes us as thank you. I don't know, I'll overtake you here. In case cannot do anything about it. Yeah, T-Widow here, looking really close. Yeah, now these four guys are really close to each other. Interesting to see how this fight will pan out. As now KDSX gets a 3-second penalty. He is the second one after Grack. Of course, this is interesting, but this is more interesting though here, the title fight. Now Steinmeier is will have a really good shot here. Inside the 3/10, yeah, this should get really close. Goes on the outside, Sasa blocks really smartly though, and will also get the better exit out of there. Now these guys are really close, even touching the grass for showing dominance. I guess I'm not sure. Very close now. Looks like Bass has surpassed these guys and is now trying to join Cali Rob instead and leaving these three guys behind. Now then, we had Steinmeier trying on the outside. We this time try the inside instead. Let's see. Here, he does not use overtake. He is not trying to do it here. When will he try to? Neither of these guys are having a lot of ERS, almost depleted. Yeah, all these guys have less than 50%. And there's also the question of setups here. What do you run to get A better lap time, or B, a better chance of overtaking on the straight? Yeah, These three guys here not getting to each other, but still very close. Oh wait, it's KSX steps out to the left. Intense moment. Now Calera pits, Steinman pits, and Stein's set. All these guys pits, and now Bax DJ is in the lead. With those 8 laps, Warren softs, he'll probably go in this lap then. This fight is still ongoing. Yeah, Steinman going to the mediums. Steinman going to the mediums, and Calera going hards. Interesting to see now what will happen then. Yeah, Calera, he was in that fight for the win at start, but then dropped down 2 to 3 seconds during these last 6 laps, which has left Steinman and Steinman in the contention. But really lucky for Steinman, Jesse Formula 1 in the Red Bull has gotten wedged between these two drivers. As we now I'll see a slow Jair, I believe. No, but they have both had a collision, which gives Jair a 5-second penalty. That's right, Matt Player goes in. Jair also goes in. It looks like Bass has wing damage. Yeah. Oh, that's really close now. Steinset on Bose. Oh, this such a snake. Oh, and Bose touched the curb and has spun around. And with him, he has. Oh, there's a massive collision now. It's chaos. It's chaos. Everybody is either crashing or spinning. What a maniacal lap. So it looks like Boas spun, which then and then he starts connected with Jesse, which then caught on Steinmeier. I'm not sure though. This will be a heavy look on by the stewards. The Steinmeier though still following. McCallum has earned from that. Simon probably not too happy about that though, of course. Then here's Simon, who should be the quicker of these guys, but his tires look shot. Instead, but now it looks like Charlie will instead on the curb, and that's the lobby lags a lot. So, sorry for that. KSX gets his, I believe, second or perhaps even third 3-second penalty for track limits. You should probably tone it down a little. Now Bradley gets his 3-second penalty for multiple warnings there. We saw his last one. We've had a collision, I believe. Yeah, that's Jesse, who has spun. Very smart though. Waits, lets all the drivers go. Does not want to get in a penalty, and has also retired. Jesse Formula has retired, and that leaves. Sorry, Calera has spun. Calera has spun in the Alpine. I was gonna say that left another rebel driver, but no, both rebels are out in this moment of time. Yeah, Basti J. Defend from Steinman. He has to for track position now. These two guys are running the same tire strategy, I would presume. So it's important to keep track position here. Nothing about pits. Then what can Steinman do here? He will take the outside, and he looks very confident. Yeah, Basti J is not even trying with his overtake. Yeah, the race is definitely toned down a bit. Now, the closest one is Charlie on Bradley here. What will happen from this, though? Yeah, here we can see both has 5 seconds. And KDSX has 6 seconds to stop. Yeah, a lot of people had taken their stops. Only one who has not are Bradley and Bronco. Then represented that we have Bronco and KDSX who have representatively been getting 12 and 11 positions, which is very good for them. And now then, Steinman left Bass early on. Now he will try to overtake Bronco here. Got a way better exit there. And Bronco will... He tries to peak, but it will not work. And so Steinman is now up into third after that spin. Good performance. Currently. Still though 11 seconds from Steinsap, which was his rival in this race before said collision. It's now Bronco then, who goes in for his first pit stop from mediums to what I presume would be the hards. Let's see though, can we get a good Haas pit stop? Yeah, and oh, we have also had a virtual safety car. I'm not sure why though. That would probably help Bronco though. No, as I said, he went onto the hards. And Team Mike has now gotten a drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car. Unlucky guy, unlucky guy. Now here, oh, Bradley FR close spinning on the hunt for 5th position, hunting down Charlie. 90 ERS versus 50. So he can probably use a lot more now, though. But no, he does not. He does not think that's a viable option currently, so he just skips it out and saves it for another run. Smartly done. Oh, that's Matty player who has retired. That's no safety car. Or virtual one. So I'm not sure what happened, really. Here, Kid is really close to Basti J on those newer hards. Yeah, and also Steinmine on Steinsap, 9.4 seconds. Let's keep that in mind till the end of the race. See which one of these were the quickest driver. Of course, everything can happen. KSX, he would probably get through there if he used his ERS. I'm not sure, but probably could have. And there, Bradley gets a bit too squiggly and goes onto the sand, the gravel. Not Kelsey's pits. From his 14 lap all mediums to what I would take is a set of softs. Huh. I'm not sure if he's planning to take those till the end of the race or not. Probably not. Yeah, as said earlier, these races quieted down a bit. We have 3 drivers which are in the sub 1 second gap, but other than that, there is no real fights, unfortunately. Of course, for these drivers, it's still just as much focus, but instead of where everybody else is, it's about tire management and about not getting any penalties while still keeping the pace, which in itself is a huge task. See here, Bradley FR 3/10 behind Charlie. Yeah, we have now also gone over 50% race distance. Oh, and here, let's say a huge snake here. 3 cars, very tight to each other. Jair on the outside, but see what is giving no space. Then here, what can happen? Yeah, that's a skillfully done overtake by Jair. And then we try to do the same on Boaz. They have around the same ERS, so this should be a fair fight. But Boaz does not use it. He does not take that challenge. Probably sees Jair as a quicker driver and waits for Tiwita. I'm not sure. Seeing from Bahrain and other tracks, Jair is definitely one of the quicker ones out here in the premier tier. Bradley FR on Charlie. DRS, ERS. Looking on the inside and not doing it. Too far behind. Oh, we have had Suzuki having gone wide at the end of sector 2, and it's now looking to get lapped by Jair and Siweta, I presume. Now Charlie is really close to Bradley. Here then on the ERS, but Bradley has double the amount. But Charlie gets a way better exit, plus that DRS to help him. Yeah, he zooms past. And it's through. Bradley here though, gets a way quicker line. And he re-overtakes. Charlie probably fuming about that one. As now Greg pits. They're 2-on-2, very close to each other. This is peak racing here in Spain. And Charlie gets it. But Bradley's very close. But he pits. Bradley pits. Which is a godsend for Charlie, who would probably be dead on that straight. At the same time, we have Suzuki, who is spinning on the on the straight. Yeah, this is not looking like a good race for Suzuki. Unfortunately, having a shocker. Oh, and Jesse spins. Jesse spins. Oh, and he gets a bit airborne, it looked like, from Greg. Oh, Jesus. Thankfully, no safety car. And now we have 10 laps to go, and Jesse pits. KDSX now 9 seconds of penalty. That will not look too good on his in Park for Maiden. Yeah, we earlier talked about the gap, Steinsap and Steinmine. It was 9.4 then. Very consistent at a 9.8 now, currently. So, they are very equal here on this track. It's very fun to see. But Steinmine does have penalties. I'm not sure how he got them. But those will still... Yeah, 5 seconds. That's probably from a collision then. And also, everybody has of course done one stop, but Garak has done 2, Jesse has done 2, Team Mike has done 2, and Suzuki has done 4. Also, we can once again look at the position changes, where Bass has earned 8 and KDSX has earned 8. Bradley has earned 11. Only 2 drivers, that being Team Mike and Steinmine, has lost positions, and that's only 1 position respectively. Here's Calrob, very close to Charlie. What can he do? Chelsea's pits. Jesse retires. Oh. That is a horrible corner. I can tell that. He's not alone to DNF right there. But once again, no safety cars this race. Now we have an Alfa Romeo parked. That would be, but we only have one. That's Bose, and he's running clean. So I'm not sure what happened. Then Bradley. Not so close actually. Calrob though, very close to Charlotte. These guys have been fighting for a while now, I'd say. Too wide here. Too... Clean racing, very, very clean. Both does not have a lot of ERS, and Calrob has minus fuel. Here that Calrob gets, let's hear what he can do. They don't use any ERS, smart. That's very smart of them. Use on the home straight instead. As Bradley gets a 3-second penalty. That I think is his 9 seconds. I'm not sure. We'll come back to that. We can take that now actually. He has, no, that was his second one, so he now has 6 seconds. Steinsap pits. Steinsap goes in for a set of softs. His tires did not lost. That can have a huge effect here at Charlie spins. And he has caught Steinsap and Jair. Sorry for getting a bad angle of that, but once again, huge moments here on this race with huge effects, but no safety cars. Super race. A lot of things happen here. But yeah, now it looks like Steinmeier will win this. Yeah, Bessie has one more second of penalty. So if Steinmeier just keep this, I think he's golden. Of course, Steinsapp's completely fresh news sets us off, destroyed, but but it was still, of course, be runnable here then. Charlotte pits, and of course, then Steinsapp now luckily gets the DRS. I think that he deserves that at least. KSX gets a very bad exit out of that next last turn, so he gets a very bad entry onto the last turn and will not be able to fight against Bass, unfortunately for him. As now, of course, Steinsapp on those fresh softs set a first lap, closing down on Jair, which itself Rob. Yeah, following these two battles now. Here, what can they do now as KSX gets the DRS, but it's way too far behind to put it into any sort of effect. Jair is closer, but not close enough to get that overtake done. Here then, closer than before. I'd definitely say 3.5 tenths. Breaking on it. Then now here, getting a way better exit. This should be done deal. He has about 10 more ERS. Better exit, ERS. Yeah, that's an overtake right there for Jair. Yeah, on the other hand though, KSX has actually almost lost Bass J here, almost running on the grass, being on the 1 second gap. So close to not even getting that DRS. The Calrob here fighting back on. Oh, sorry, no, that's Steinsapp overtaking Calrob. Steinsapp will go for Jair now. Oh, and okay, I'm not sure what happened, but luckily that's not for real, and Steinsapp's car is totally okay. As we start, am I going crazy, or are we starting to see some rain? Yes, we are. We're starting to see some rain here. At these last 3 laps of this Spanish Grand Prix. a few rain spots here and there. Let's see if it gets worse and worse. But I doubt that anyone will pit for a set of intermediates. Whether though, who is the most bold here? Not only on the worn tires, but also on the wet ground. Yeah, these two guys look pretty equal on that fact. But even if KSX does that overtake, he still needs to get a run on 3 seconds. Or perhaps he's just playing smart and thinks that the best will get a penalty for that quality incident. I'm not sure. Yeah, the DRS is still open. Yeah, gets a good run on Bass here. Overspeed, inside, but Bass brakes way later. Way later. Yeah, this is currently for the second position on the podium, of course. The one of two tight events. The other one is Steinsab and Jair. And Steinsab has just overtaken Jair on fresher softs, so that should not be a hard time running by with. Calcis has had an incident, in probably the rain's first victim here. Oh, they're both trying to take some inspiring lines here in this rain. Here then, once again, DRS still active, as KSX then gets another 3-second penalty. We're now onto our final lap, ladies and gentlemen. And KSX is paused, but he does not interfere. And Steinsab has had another spin. The race, which looked like going so smooth for him, went really bad. Then, now, we will follow first Calarob, because he's very close. That's way closer. That's KSX. Oh! KSX is out. That would be golden for him, as Bass would probably get a penalty afterwards. That would be a second position on the podium. He must be so infuriated right now. But now then, Steenmine. He has had pace all over from start to finish here. Had a spin, not his fault. He takes the win in Spain, in the Premier Division. Showing the benchmark here of today. Really strong performance there by Jair and Bass. And Steinsab here following, no penalties, which we cannot say for everyone here driving. Then we got Calarob. Then we got Bradley FR in the Mercedes. And we got T Widow, which will give the Tifosi and Ferrari their first points in Premier Division. Strong performance in 8th. He will be set in 8th position, and then we got Grack, which will give I'll start either 1 or 2 points, but that's depending on Bronco. Bronco gets 9th. As Greg then gets 10th. Then we got Bose. No penalties for him either. Then we got Calcis. Which will be our last finisher in 12th. six racers DNF'd from this race. As Bradley FR gets the Driver of the Day award for the most overtake, well, not overtakes, but the highest position change. As we see Steinlein celebrating his podium and win. Not the only Dutchman doing that today. Well, we have another here who took the second step. We also, of course, have Max Verstappen doing the same feat. That, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this race here in Performance Racing League, the Spanish Grand Prix of Premier Division. What a race! A lot of contact, a lot of battles, but then luckily not a lot of safety cars, or well, any safety cars. We had a virtual safety car in the start, that's it. So yeah, strong performance by everybody here then performing today. And we'll see you in 1 or 2 hours, I believe, in Tier 1. So have a good one.